Hello, folks. Welcome back to this episode of Markarian Mondays. All right, so I'm going to be dedicating another episode to something that's on a lot of people's minds: the California wildfires, the LA wildfires in particular. Obviously, there's fires also down in San Diego and in other parts as well. However, this particular discussion is going to be focused on primarily the Eaton fire, the Palisades fire. We're also getting a lot of questions about the California FAIR Plan. So I'm going to be discussing how the FAIR Plan applies to these two particular wildfires that have affected so many people, whether it's being displaced or being affected due to business, a place of employment, or whatever the case may be. All right, so the California FAIR Plan, as many of you know, let's talk about that first, is the state's insurer of last resort. Essentially, if you are unable to obtain private insurance from one of the other private companies that provide insurance in California, you go to the state California FAIR Plan. You have to go through a broker, and you can purchase the state plan. Generally, tends to be a little bit more expensive. Coverages and are not as high as if you would from a private insurer. However, again, if it's a state insurer of last resort, then that means you've exhausted your other options, and you kind of essentially do not have another option short of being uninsured, which a lot of people, unfortunately, are uninsured and will sustain a lot of losses. Okay, so the California FAIR Plan is currently reporting a combined exposure of approximately $5 billion due to the Palisades fire and also the Eaton fire. The Palisades fire is approximately $4 billion, and the Eaton fire is approximately $1 billion exposure for the FAIR Plan. The reason for that discrepancy is the FAIR Plan actually insures a larger percentage of the structures than the Palisades, as opposed to the Eaton fire. In Palisades, they insure approximately a quarter of the structures affected, whereas in the Eaton fire, they insure approximately 10% of the impacted structures. All right, so what are we talking about? We're talking about essentially as of January 17, the California FAIR Plan has received more than 3,500 claims. I believe it's over 36 easy, and that was last about 10 days ago. The types of claims vary naturally, and California FAIR Plan is currently engaged in contact with these insurers who are presenting their claims. So we don't have much data outside of what they are providing us. All right. So interesting little fact is in the Palisades fire, the number of policies under the FAIR Plan has increased 85% year over year, and essentially they've reached in excess of 1,500 policies just for the Palisades area. It's a pretty significant number. Also, as far as the way California FAIR Plan, a lot of people have been asking questions whether there's enough on hand that they would be able to cover the dramatic amount of exposure that they're facing at currently, which is only going to increase. Basically, it's only believed to be increasing at this point, because once you figure out what people have lost, the number will naturally go up from there. So the way it works is they have approximately billion and a quarter to fund claims, and then after that, what it does is they go to a co-insurance with private insurers. They have, obviously, the state has a requirement when private insurers come into the state to sell policies. They have to come to an agreement, basically, in order to have that right to sell insurance in the state of California. They have to have an agreement with the FAIR Plan, sort of like a reinsurer, and that should cover approximately about $6 billion as far as total exposure is concerned. Some of the largest California insurers include State Farm, they include Farmers Insurance, CSAA, Liberty Mutual, and also Mercury Insurance. All right, folks. So clearly, we're going to have some issues because the numbers are so large. Again, I've discussed Eaton Fire in different episodes. There are liability outside of the insurance, whether you do have insurance or you do not have insurance. As far as the Eaton Fire is concerned, we do believe that there's a liable party. So you can reach out to me at 877 Markarian. Look up on my website, markarianlaw.com. Fill out one of the forms. Be more than happy to respond to your questions and assess your policies and assess if there's any liable parties. So, and with respect to the Eaton Fire, again, you do have options. With respect to the Palisades Fire, we haven't made a determination. Our investigation hasn't found a liable party yet. So currently, the way that looks is you will have to go through your insurance company. Whereas if you are in the affected areas of the Eaton Fire, you do have options. Again, reach out to me, 877 Markarian, or look up on my website for contact forms, other information, other practice areas, whatever you need. Feel free to reach out to me again, 877 Markarian, markarianlaw.com. All right, folks, hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone is safe. Whether it's fires, whether it's rains, snow, landslides, whatever the case is. I think we're getting all of that in LA within the last couple of weeks. So be safe out there, and I look forward to seeing you guys again next week. Same time, same place. Thank you. Appreciate that. Same time, same place, same channel. Again, have a good Monday, folks. Bye-bye.